Welcome to another episode of Media Talks TV. I'm your host, Tony J. If you're new here, click the like bell, click the bell, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notification because we got more videos coming up for you. This segment of retrospectives is the celebration, the 40th anniversary of Beat Street. And of course, June 8th is it's going to be 40 years since Beat Street. And if you're a hip hop head like I am, that movie set the tone for being one of the very first hip hop movies to come out of the 80s during the beginning portions, during really the beginning stages of hip hop music becoming popular. Harry Belafonte wrote and directed the movie, and it was so many people in that movie that, of course, even today we kind of looked over and glossed over. Ray Dawn Chong was in the movie. She played a very significant role in that movie. And it was so many people. Also, I forgot the lady's name. She played in A Different World. Before she did A Different World, she did that movie. Yeah, Mary Alice. Mary Alice. That was the woman's name. Mary Alice. And Mary Alice, she played a role in that movie, and there were so many others that were in that movie. Mainly Clive Campbell also played a big role in that movie. That was probably like the only movie where we saw DJ Kool Herc for the first time. And even today, it wasn't the most, I will say it wasn't the most perfect movie. It wasn't perfect, but it was important. It was one of the first documents in a feature-length film of hip hop culture coming out of the Bronx. Now there is some revisionist history of what's accurate, what isn't accurate. But I think the most accurate thing is when we talk about hip hop, we can't forget the Latino contributions to hip hop music. And, if it wasn't for Puerto Ricans, there would be no hip hop, of course. And the mixture of, you know, Puerto Rican culture and black culture going hand in hand and defining what was to be hip hop music is something that should be highlighted. Now, not every culture was really represented thoroughly in the movie. You had the DJ and the graffiti artists that were represented very well, but I think one of the biggest faults of that movie coming out was there wasn't really an insight into rappers during that time period. And I think that's where Beat Street really missed the mark, whereas though Crush Groove really focused on MCs. So, that was good. And then it was like, okay, well, they focus on DJing. Some of those guys in there weren't actual accurate DJs. Um, I guess that I guess there was a couple of DJs in there that were good, but the one thing I remember most, I know Treacherous 3 was in the movie when they did the Christmas rap. And Cool Mo D showed up in it, Dougie Fresh, all those guys who were really the forebearers of the culture. And I didn't start watching Beat Street until I was maybe 13 or 14 years old. So watching watching it and growing up and knowing about it, because I wasn't really around during that time when Beat Street came out. So I kind of late to the party. But watching Beat Street, watching movies like Crush Groove and Breaking, it got me energized and interested in the culture itself. And that's one of the things that I thoroughly enjoyed about about that movie. Because during that time when I was a teenager, I wasn't really into hip hop like that. And then I started listening to Furious Five and Cool Mo D. Then that's when I started getting interested in hip hop. So that movie is important to the culture. 40th anniversary. I can't say enough about the movie. People are going to have their critical eye about the movie. I know I had my criticisms about the movie too. But, being that it's the first feature length film that really talks about hip hop culture, I guess, that it needed to be the footprint for other movies to follow. Because after that movie came out, then Crush Groove came right in front of it, and then you had the movie um, with Mario Van Peebles called Rapping, which had Force MDs on. That one was everybody agrees that one was trash. And then of course you get to the 90s, and then you have all of these other hip hop inspired films. Then people see money in it. So, you know, all the credit is really should be given to Harry Belafonte. Because if it wasn't for Harry Belafonte writing the movie and directing the movie, there probably wouldn't have been an accurate representation of hip hop on film. So happy anniversary to Beat Street. And, keep continuing to watch it. It should be on Amazon Prime right now. So check that out this weekend. It's been another Media Talks TV, another retrospective segment. I'm Tony J, and I'm out. Peace.